Everybody, good morning, good morning. This is your Let's Talk Business podcast with Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. I am one of the hosts, Howard Johnson. I'm also the Vice President of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and I am the Project Manager for 707 Management, LLC. We got the lovely Lucretia Holman here with me today. Hey, Bobby.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Let's Talk Business podcast. I am a part of the host team.
This is me and you, girl. What you talking about? Part of the host team? It is Dose, me and her.
And I'm the Vice President of Region 2, Galveston County. Welcome this morning.
All right, that's what's up. Well, our topic today is simply member showcase. We got two people sitting to the left, and they are members, and we're going to showcase them today. We're going to get to them in a couple of seconds, but first, before we do that, I want to thank our presidents and chairman club members, Amico Federal Credit Union, Enlighten Enterprises, Lone Star College, the Linwood Group, Southwest Airlines, our travel partner and chairman club member, and Quality Precision Coatings. I want to thank them in supporting our podcast. If you like to support the podcast, go to our website, go to our Facebook page, or you can give us a call, 832-875-3977. I think that's right. Ms. Thompson will be mad at me if I ain't get it right. I don't have my iPad in front of me today, but I'm gonna fix that problem real quick so I can get y'all the right number if you want to sponsor. But today's guests are Urban Development Group. We got CJ Beard and Ebony Beard.
Hi, good morning.
Introduce yourselves, tell the people where you grew up, how many kids you got, how y'all fell in love, and where y'all met, and then tell us your favorite flowers, and
y'all don't want to hear that stuff.
I'm just kidding, man. Nah, just tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. You know, where you from, what business you run, and how they can get in touch with you.
Okay, my name is Carl Beard, Urban House Builders. I'm the housing component of Urban Development Group. She's the real estate component. I'm from Galveston County, graduated from Ball High. Yeah, go Ball High.
After that, go whooping yesterday.
There you go. Right. They doing all right after that. She from Hitchcock County.
That's
how we call it. We call it Hitchcock County. Hitchcock all by themselves.
Otherwise, we coming up. It's the
come up right now.
Yeah, it's the come up. But definitely, we've been knowing each other about 3 years. We met actually. Well, I say this at the NAACP convention they have every year. Okay. That was our first date. That's kind of how we met. She fell in love with me and been chasing me ever since then.
Yeah, no, that's all I know. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
You know?
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, okay. You know, I had that fresh suit on that night. That's what got me.
Was it buy one get one?
Buy one get one.
Yeah. It come with a shirt and a tie.
Right, shirt and a tie. Right. In the pack. That's right.
And if you feeling really expensive, they got suspenders.
That's right. If I had to leave the suspenders at home, I ain't want to feel too good about it.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, I've been in business about 15 years. I actually got serious about it probably like 9 years ago. Okay. I really got serious with the building component down in Galveston. I mostly offer what I call entry level type homes. You know, like your first starter home that you come and get. They used to, pricing range used to be like $150. Now it's more so $200,000.
Yeah.
With the current real estate boom that's going on.
I'm Ebony Beard.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Ebony.
to meet you as well. Like he said, we've known each other about 3 years. Been married 1 year almost on January 17th. So I am a registered nurse by trade. Okay. And I have recently become a real estate agent about 3 years ago.
Okay.
After Harvey, my hospital closed down, and I kind of just was at home doing nothing. Mm-hmm. But I've always wanted to tap into the real estate business. So I took that opportunity to go to real estate school, and I love it. I wish I would have done it long before. I probably would have never been a nurse. had someone told me
Okay.
or introduced me to real estate.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would not have student loans.
You sound like my daughter.
You know? And so that's how we came up with the urban development.
Tell our listeners and our viewers
Mm-hmm.
about the beauty and the builder. I absolutely love that. So tell me, how did you, I mean, it's obvious, but tell
Right.
our viewers and our listeners about the beauty and the builder.
I like to take pictures, and I like the beauty of the real estate and all of that good stuff. So I just kind of put that together one day, and it kind of stuck.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So the name of the company is Urban Development Group, and it's the beauty in the building.
that's right.
And CJ Beard and Ebony Beard.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So we got the name of the company. We know that y'all, we know y'all in real estate services. So CJ's the builder, and Miss Ebony's the real estate agent that sells the houses once he gets finished building them. What are there any other services that you guys offer?
Absolutely. So if you're looking to buy, sell, lease, flip.
Yeah.
Also, we offer a tuition reimbursement for those who want to join our team.
Okay.
So that's some of the other
Right,
things.
we always hire new realtors and add them to the team. So if you're freshly out of school, we actually do tuition reimbursement
Yeah.
as part of our package to actually join Urban Development Group.
Okay.
But then also we have a mentorship program.
Okay.
Well, inexperienced flippers.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that a little down the
Okay.
line.
Yeah, we can get into that.
So one of the services that you didn't mention, and I seen it in one of Bobby's questions, is y'all do credit repair, huh?
No.
Okay. So
I'm not going to say that I'm a credit repair person, but I do offer some basic credit repair tips.
okay.
Now,
okay,
we do
perfect.
work with people who repair credit, and
Okay.
we can offer that service as
Okay.
well.
And do you guys do you provide any assistance with financing?
So we have preferred lenders that we
Okay.
like to use. So that is a part of what we offer as well. So depending on what kind of loan product you need, we would attach you to that particular lender.
With the financing though, what can you share a little bit about a person's credit score needs to be where?
Most people say 620, but you do have some products that go below 620.
Yeah,
but
580.
Right.
580, yeah.
Right. Surely the interest rates are a little bit different below that point,
But
but
if you're not-
anywhere from 580, it's just say 580 to 800, I guess the
Right,
highest
right.
could be,
Okay.
and each product depends on you.
But if you had a 580 with them credit tips, you can be at a 620.
Right.
Absolutely. That is the ultimate goal, but
Yeah.
we do know of some loan products that can get you in as low as 580.
And when you build, generally when you build, the credit scores have to be higher.
Oh yeah.
Right.
definitely.
The 580s don't
They
work
even
with
drop off to
building nice.
720 on most.
A little bit. When you say construction financing, is that, can you expound on that a little bit, or is that in terms of building from the ground up?
Right, build from the
versus-
ground up.
Okay.
Construction finance would exist. It's temporary finance.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not your final product.
No.
So basically you go through your building phase.
Okay.
You have one loan for your building phase. Some companies do package. You give you a builder's loan and also your final loan, but a lot of them don't. You still have to get a conventional product after that
Yeah.
to take over for that builder's loan.
Yeah.
Most of them open you up for a year time frame that allow you to build. You can get some extensions. Surely you have to pay for them. But it's a temporary product of
Yeah,
construction.
because your construction loan is typically less than 12 months.
Right.
Is what you're looking at on a construction loan. And if you find a company with a great product, they'll do a construction loan that converts to what's called your conventional loan,
Right.
which are your standard loans that you see out there for people purchasing homes on. So, and I'm also a real estate appraiser as well. So,
Okay.
yeah, but I specialize in jumbo loans. Anything 500,000 and above is what I do on real estate appraisals. But I've been in this game for a long time. Long time. So we got a lot to talk about, man.
Yeah.
I want to thank our President's Club and Chairman Club members, Amico Federal Credit Union, Enlighten Enterprises, Lone Star College Group, the Linwood Group, Southwest Airlines, our travel partners, and Chairman Club member, and Quality Precision Coatings, and supporting our Let's Talk Business podcast. And like I said, if you want to support the podcast, I had the number right. 832-875-3977. Oh, I done forgot it already. 875-3977. Miss Thompson gonna jump on me. And also at the chambers, you know, we're gonna get back into the conversation and talk more about membership and stuff too. We are a Hub certified entity now.
Yes.
Certified Hub. Also MBE, Minority Business Enterprise. We provide those certifications. We are a certified entity now. Boom.
Okay.
And our mission statement. You know our mission statement?
We are committed to acquiring and disseminating valuable business information, the resources and the tools for our members to achieve entrepreneurial parity and economic prosperity in the region and international.
Okay.
Oh, wow. And I thought she was going to start singing Fair East Side.
I know.
I was just waiting for it.
Oh my goodness, Ebony.
that is actually our mission statement. I mean,
Yes.
we
Awesome.
take the time out to go out and give valuable information, resources, and tools for the people who become members of the chambers, and we help them level the playing field.
Yes.
You know, we help them. They say compete, but for me, I have 3 things that happen when I find somebody else that's in the same business as me. 1, I can learn from them. 2, they can learn from me. 3, we can do it together. Those are the 3 options. I don't compete with people who do the same thing I do. But in this competition, we live in a capitalistic society, so we're always going after the money, and you have the opportunity to go after whatever it is you want to. So we allow people to be able to compete in that capitalistic society and make money while they're doing the competition.
Okay.
So, and we service 4 regions. We talked about that with you guys earlier. Region 1 is Harris County, Montgomery County, Liberty County. Region 2 is Galveston County, Brazoria County, Fort Bend. Region 3 is Chambers, Jefferson County, Orange. And Region 4 is Jasper County, Newton County, and Hardin. And we also have an international arm, which is Central America, Caribbean, South America, and we're also adding Africa here really soon, if it's not already there. Matter of fact, speaking of that, we have a trade mission coming up in March,
Yes.
but the groundwork actually starts next week, so we'll be moving around doing the groundwork for our trade mission coming up in March. And I think we talked about another one before March. I won't give the dates or anything. I know what they are, but sometimes I talk too much when it comes to what we got going on. So I don't want to get in no trouble.
I'm excited about the women's conference that's coming up in March, the HeForShe Conference and the HeForShe Conference, which is going to be held in Belize. And
That's
it's in
what the
March.
trade mission will be there.
Yes, I'm
That's the
excited
same time
about that.
we're gonna do the trade mission at the same time as the HeForShe and HeForShe conference. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yes.
It's really good. We met we met the mayor 15 years ago actually, and she wasn't the mayor at the time. She's the mayor now, and she came over and man, it was like it's kind of cool to sit back and see how relationships,
Yes.
Develop over years, or how you meet a person and you guys get along really well. You have a great synergy from the start, and it transfers 15 years later into something that's beneficial for, not just you and them, but for a country, 2 countries that are coming together to help out,
Right.
the people of each country. So it's just amazing to sit back and think about it. Like when we met 15 years ago, 16 years ago, it was just like, wow, who would have
Yeah.
thought?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's the first black
Mayor.
female
Female.
mayor
Mhm.
of Belmopan. Yes.
So, it's been black mayors though, and that
Right.
man. I mean, I could be candid on here. Shoot, that was one thing that really, excited me about going to Belize. I seen black people running stuff over there. Like they were prime ministers, minister of foreign affairs. Like the minister of foreign affairs had a big old white beard and just was this really cool, wise guy that when he spoke, you listened.
Right.
I was like, man,
Wow.
people over here doing it.
Right.
Yes.
And I won't say unfortunately, but unfortunately, you don't get to see that here in America. You don't see, as many people of, I ain't even saying people of color. You don't see black people running stuff on that at that magnitude.
Right.
You see, there are some black people who are in Congress, in the Senate, governors. I might be lying. Yeah, maybe not.
Right.
When we've had one black president, but that's something that's normal for them
Right,
over
right.
there. It's normal to see a black president in police.
Right.
So, it's just to sit back and see that, it's almost like you can do it.
Right.
It's almost like they did it. And they look like me. That 1/16th is a representation of who I am. So I can do it too.
Aside from the financing part, the money part of it, what drives you as far as urban development? If just I know the money part.
It's more so the community development part. It's like
Okay.
I'm repairing and rebuilding in the neighborhood that I grew up in, the streets that I played on as a kid. I actually built on the street I grew up on.
Oh wow.
That was one of my first projects, so that's what really gives me that inspiration to keep going on. Is that I'm actually affecting my neighborhood.
Yes.
I'm not in someone else's neighborhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
You wear a lot of hats, but it was something that came alive in you when you talked about real estate. What?
I don't know. I just think that being able to service the community, as we
Okay.
spoke about,
Okay.
is very rewarding.
Okay.
I find that it's a lot of people in my community who don't even think it's a possibility to own a home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me
Yeah.
to be able to help them out with that and open their eyes is very rewarding for me. So that's the piece of it that I love. Exposing
Okay.
things that everybody else knew about to
Changing
my
the
people.
perspective.
That's right.
Yeah. And making dreams come true.
Making dreams come true. Absolutely.
Because if you think that you never can, and then you work with someone and you can show them that they can, and then it comes to fruition, and you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not as hard as you think.
But but the main thing, I guess, when you think about, urban development and us being out in the community, is that most people don't realize when we talk about generational wealth and what you leave your kids, it really starts at the family home.
Yes.
If you look at, historically, how we were raised in red line districts and all that stuff, and how we still suffer to this day for us. I know you say you're appraised, like appraised prices and all that type of stuff. The home and the black home in the community and being able to leave it to your kids. I would also, it's really, it's more than the life insurance policy, because a lot of us don't have life insurance policy. That is our family life insurance policy, being able to leave that house
Yes.
to the next generation
That's
to
right.
carry on.
That's right.
That really is like the first step of that's what my grandfather left us. That was his life insurance policy. They had old penny policies they sold black folks back in the day, and that penny policy probably wasn't worth more than the $7 I have in my pocket right now.
Right.
But that's what was left, and it was the home. And the home is
That's
still
right.
within our family to this day, and the home has a certain value on it to where if my kids wanted to sell it, that's something they can use to put over into a business, start a business, continue on past that. So I guess I do have a passion for real estate, but I also have a passion for the information that comes from it that you want to give people. That's more so my passion.
Knowledge.
And like
Knowledge and application.
right, definitely. Like a lot of people know, I guess, what she was saying, that she has an overall passion or whatever. And I tell a lot of people a lot of time, and this statement may be surprising to folks, is that I like real estate because it gives me the financial foundation to where I can express my views. Like when things happen in my community, I can go down to the police station and I don't have to worry Monday morning about somebody firing me.
Yeah.
And I can say what I want to say, and I can be that person I want to be in my community because I paid my own way.
Yes. Yes. Pay
So
the
You
price
can
to
be,
be
you
right.
can be unpolitically correct.
Right, and I can do that.
And the repercussions that you'll suffer,
It don't affect me at all.
Right. Right.
And so there's certain issues within my community that I have. Most folks say, man, why you say something about that? Because I can.
Yeah.
I can walk right to the police station and say,
Why
hey, I
didn't
need to
you
talk
say?
to such
Why
and such,
didn't you say something?
and I want you to
about
be
it?
responsible. Right? Why
Yeah,
didn't
my
you?
question
But
you, why didn't you
I can
speak up?
understand because I've been a part of a
Yeah.
office system before, and you have to be politically correct in your views. Things that you do outside your job may affect you within your job. I don't have to experience.
Well, that was my biggest problem. I was 100% unemployable. Like you
Right.
couldn't stop me. Regardless to where I was at, you couldn't stop me from voicing my
Right.
opinion.
Right.
Especially only when it affected me. If it didn't affect me, then you know.
And she can tell you, I take on issues for other people.
Yeah.
But
We
see,
was in
I
a club in
think that's
Louisiana,
great
right?
though. I think that's great though because when you go down to the police station and you say, I need to see so and so, then there's accountability.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And because you're well respected in the community, he's gonna listen.
Right.
He's gonna listen to you, and I think that it speaks volumes in terms of what you said earlier. And I was like, yes, when you said it's not just the real estate part. It's not. I won't just leave my children, make them beneficiaries.
Right.
You know, but when there is land, and it's like, it made me think about my daughter. She'll probably never come back here to live here, but that'll be between her and her brother. Okay, so, you want to buy me out?
Right.
You buy me out, but there is something and then when you talked about, okay, you want to sell it, okay, sell it and start a business.
Right. Correct.
You know, and so for us as a people, I think nowadays that is becoming more of a reality, and so we're putting things in place right now for that to happen. So
Absolutely.
excellent.
Absolutely.
So talk a little bit about private land. Do you build on private land?
Oh, that's 90% of my business is built on private land.
Okay.
Right. So I'm the type of person, you have a lot, you call a business such as mine.
Okay.
You know, we come up with the plans or whatever. We'll get you the finance. You still have to do the construction financing.
Okay.
And a part of that is signing your land over to them. Basically, they purchase your land in that deal.
Okay.
And we build a home on it. Once we build a home on it, we go into that secondary financing we were talking about. But that's majority of what I do. So.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Talk about the flips.
Oh man, the flips is like kind of how I first got started.
Okay.
So like
I think that's kind of how everybody.
yeah,
really,
like that's your first real estate. You buy a raggedy house on the block,
Okay.
and you put some money in. Everybody got, you buy the house for $5,000. Everybody figure $5 gonna fix. And that's probably that's your first learning experience. Like I tell anybody, I got $68,000 in student loans, and if you go into flipping, you're gonna have that's gonna be your first learning experience that you got to pay for.
Yeah.
You're probably not gonna make much money, if none at all. You might have to pay to get out of it if you get really that bad at managing schedule or whatever. But flipping is like probably like it's the first area that most young real estate investors get into. And I know I alluded to earlier that we do have a mentorship program that we're going to start, that we're going to roll out here in January, February time frame, to where we'll basically assist you on your first project, not financially. We'll assist you with experience and building. Like I can tell you from my experience, you never want to over repair a property.
Yeah.
You kind of get that. Most people go in.
I had a fight with a lady the other day. She was like, "Yeah, I want to put this kind of tile in here, and I want to put these fixtures." I was like, "For what?"
For what? Right.
And then
we
for me,
fall out about that
on the appraiser side, I know what a house.
Right.
I know what appraisers look at when they come in. I'm like, it's not going to affect the value. That's a consumer convenience is what I call it. That's something that somebody's buying and gonna be interested in it, but it's not gonna affect the value.
You said over. You said.
You never want to over repair.
Okay.
Like for instance, like she said, me and her, we can go on floor to core. She's a $5 a square foot tile lady. I'm 69 cents. I'm 69 cents. So it's like, look at this. Look, this is great. Let's go down here. It's a different shade, but it's 69 cents to give you the overall same look.
Yes.
Because you have to worry about profit. You're in here to make money. You can't over repair a house. Every dollar that you spend over, that's a less dollar going back in your pocket. You don't want to be out here trading dollars.
Right.
So you have it's like we had a conversation about, what was it, the luxury vinyl plank everybody putting in now. It's like one of the newer products.
Okay.
That's not $1 million house. That's not $1 million house. Yes, it is. So I had to take her to $1 million house. What is that? Luxury vinyl plank. You got 69 cents a square foot product in $1 million house.
They're doing it.
They're doing it. You don't have to put $1 million worth of product to make it $1 million house. You don't. Location made it $1 million house.
Exactly.
So in other words, you don't have to spend $1 million to look like it.
Right.
No, not at all.
Nope. And that's
Wow.
one of the biggest secrets
That's
of
something
it.
right there. That's
So
a
you're talking about the mentorship side of it.
I'm trying to get over the hump.
You will though.
As a
You will.
PM, I offered 2 services. One was GC, where I was the general contractor, and the other was project manager. As a project manager, and I'm giving you this for your mentorship program, I walk people through their first 3 deals. I tell them, do 3 deals with me. I take 20%. 20% of the construction budget.
Okay.
I lay out from start to finish construction budget. Now, I don't pay for plans or none of that stuff. I don't pay for permits or none of that stuff. But I walk them through how to do everything, if it's a remodel or if it's new construction. So from start to finish, I give them everything they need to see. They get to meet the subs. They get to meet everybody. So you get to meet everybody that I use. You get to see the process from start to finish. If after your first one you want to go try to do it, that's fine. When you come back to me after you left after the first one, I told you stay for 3.
Right.
You leave after the first one, it's 30%.
Okay. Hey, that's
Good
good.
If you stay, we had 20% of construction costs.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, 20% of a natural budget on a remodel, depending on what we're doing. Like we got one house for $50,000. I think the budget on that one was like $150.
Right.
So you paying me $30,000 to show you how to do this, and you get to meet all the subs. And I'm not. I mean, on a general contractor side, I think my markup is like, I'm gonna tell it, it's like 27%.
Okay.
That's my profit and my overhead. So my profit is 12% and my overhead is 15%.
Okay.
So those are my numbers as a GC. So if you're using my project management service, you're saving money and you're learning a trade at the same time.
Right.
So and I've been offering that since 2012.
Wow. Okay.
And I've showed people how to do it.
Right.
I thought about streamlining it, but I mean, people are like, oh well, I'm finna take your idea and run with it. I don't care.
Right.
I had one guy try it. He was charging people, and I didn't even know he was doing it. We sat down and talked.
Right.
He wanted to, man, I want to bring you on board, man. I want to increase my volume, man. I got $4 million sitting over here. I want to start working this money. Let's sit down and talk. And he was like, man, how are you doing it? I was like, oh, this is how I'm doing it. I ain't hear nothing from that guy no more. And then one guy was like, yeah, my man got this thing going on where he wants us to come over. We're going to meet with him for a consultation, but he charged us for the consultation.
Right.
I was like, for real? I was like, yeah. He got a website. So I went and looked at his website. Everything that I told him.
On the website.
On the website. And he charging for every service. I'm like, bro, you don't charge to talk to somebody about building a house?
Right.
I was like, and I guess some people paid it,
But you know what some people pay? Because I always tell a lot of times, I can gauge in a first initial contact whether a person is serious about building a house.
Yeah.
So
Trying to get information.
Right, they're trying to get information because a lot of people do that. Like I'm currently under a contract with a guy that I kind of tell all the time that you wanted me to build your house, but you should have put the part in you actually wanted me to teach you
how to do it.
Because me having to teach you is holding construction up because you have a learning curve. And that learning curve costs money. But if you'd have been upfront with it, I would have understood.
Yes.
You be out there every day.
Right.
You want to learn? Come on to the project. You're not finna slow this project down.
Right.
Because the slower the project is, the more money it costs. Yeah.
Right.
So you wanna learn it? Come out here every day. Watch all the trades. Watch what they doing. See what they doing. But be here every day.
Right.
I was like, if you can't do that, then you're gonna have to pay me to teach you. Because if you're paying me, then I budgeted for the time that it's gonna take for me to show you. Like even with me, when you pay me that 20% on my PM fee, you pay all the contractors. I don't have nothing to do with them. I show you how to do the lien release, and you write a check directly to them. You don't have to pay 707 no more.
Right.
But unless you want to pay me and I pay the contractors, if that's not something you feel comfortable with, but I want you to, know I got paid on my money, my 20%, and I want my money up front.
Right. Okay.
It's not a back end type deal.
Right.
I take half. You know what? I take half up front because I started taking half up front. But if it's a small contract, and so that's the thing. Like if the budget is if it's under the 20% mark, then I'll adjust. I'll make adjustments on it.
Okay.
I'll make adjustments on it. So
that's good information to know.
Yeah. So, but and like I say, when you got questions about rolling out your program, I definitely we can talk about it.
All right.
Yeah, we can talk about it. It's a conversation and it's free. It's free
we
to talk to me.
We talk about this a lot.
Yeah, it's free to talk to me. So like I said, I've been doing it since 2013. I'm not just sitting up here.
Right.
I had the whole concept laid out. I got the whole contract for it and everything. So You can take the contract I got and upgrade it. Like, I got a degree in project management and administration with a construction option. So, all my templates, all my contracts, I did myself.
Okay.
I didn't need somebody else to do it because
Right.
I had the curriculum that showed me how to do a construction contract, do a remodel contract, all the wording that I needed in it. And I got a lawyer friend too. I was like, hey, look over this. He's like, oh yeah, this is good. This saves you what's going on with Texas. You can do everything, mechanic liens, anything you need to do, you can do with this piece of paper and signature.
Okay. Wow,
that's
so
good information.
Yeah.
So I see you guys as a team, an awesome team. It's obvious as we sit here. And so talk a little bit about, okay, right now it's you and Ebony, this dynamic team. So talk a little bit about growing the team. What does that look like? And how do you see that in the future? Because I know that you've already discussed it and have a plan in place. So what does that look like?
Well, I guess the first question is, are you interested in growth?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I currently still work a full-time job.
Okay.
I don't want to work a full-time job anymore. I would like to do real estate full-time.
Okay.
So growing the business looks like adding more realtors to the team.
Okay.
Next year, I should be able to become a broker.
Okay.
So that is part of the plan as well. And then also, like you said, the mentorship. Hopefully that will bring on additional people too. So for me, that's what it looks like. What about you?
My point, I keep telling, is setting up a back office for me. 'Cause it's
Okay.
project-wise and bills, it's bigger than me now. So it's come to the point where I need seriously, we need to set up a back office, and I constantly tell her about that. I try to get up. I try to get up, be my assistant. It's like,
I'm just playing.
You said you worked
Well,
well, that's the first time, you know.
But that's a great problem to have, though. You
Right,
have to-
it's a great problem to have,
Yes.
and you really have to. It's one that, you know, kind of like when he hit on something earlier. It's kind of like you want to stay self-contained because it is a certain amount of control you got in self-contained, but it's the amount of money you're losing versus containment. It's not equal. It's not balanced.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
And I'm losing more money now because I don't have that back office team. So going into next year, we're getting a office. I'm hiring an assistant. We're gonna have a real estate lady. We have to grow a team, man. Like, me and her really have to sit down and put it together and figure out what we need for the construction side versus that. Because one thing I told her, like, going into next year, I kind of do want to give up the custom bills because it's more of a headache. Like, you work with people,
Let me tell you
that's
what
the
I mean.
okay.
I don't have clients anymore.
Okay.
I purchase the property, I rehab the property, I sell the property. I
You're not
purchase
on
the
camera.
land.
I'm not on camera. You see what's up?
I purchase the property, I purchase the land, I build the house, I sell the house.
You build what you want. You sell what
How
you want.
I don't have to ask
You-
nobody
so-
about colors, what
Yeah.
type of floors, what they not mad because I got 4 blinds, you off camera.
I
I
told you,
like
he's
that.
on
But I gotta
camera
look
on
at him.
purpose.
I gotta look
It's
at
on
him.
purpose.
I want to look at him. I gotta look at
Come on
him.
back here.
I gotta look at him. I had to turn that way right quick. I had to look at him because I told her this exact same thing. It's like
Yeah.
custom
Closer to
bills,
me.
But
No,
it
you-
wasn't an easy process to
and it's
get
not
there.
profitable.
It wasn't an easy process to get there. But once I got there, I wished I had, 300,000 when I first started, because that's where I would be right now. And I mean, the profit margin, if you turn in over a remodel and a new construction if you do 2 a year, that's $100,000. So if you do more than 2 a year, you're getting into a nice
Right.
income.
Right,
And
sure.
I mean, if your mechanics of the business is good, you could turn out 10 houses in a year.
I agree.
But I think
And
that's
that's
growing.
$500,000.
Right.
That's a
That's,
growing
and I'm talking
thing,
about
though.
profit.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not talking about cost.
Right.
I'm talking about profit.
Right. That's a growing thing, but that's the thing. Is like,
I'm saying for Ebony.
right for Ebony.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I started out there, and like every once in a while, I let it. Oh, you ought to take. Oh man, it just eats me up.
Every
So
I
single
need to-
time. Listen,
Every single time. it eats
listen.
me
I
up.
be in the mirror like, hey, you better not let me
Yeah.
take no more bills for nobody else.
Right.
Yeah.
I took one, man, and it is the blues. And the lady like, I gave you $50,000. I said, I really want to give it all right back.
Right.
I said, but I've gotten plans and I've been fighting with these engineers and I've been working on this thing for like 3 months. I can't give you all your 50,000 back,
right.
but I can give you 40. You're gonna take a loss on this one.
Right.
I was like, I said, it's been a fight and it's been a fight from the start. But I told you, and I lay out everything that's going on from the start. I'm building a garage apartment. It's a 3-car garage with a living quarters on both sides. One is 2-bedroom, 2 bathroom. The other is 1 bedroom with a living room, kitchenette for $97,000. There's no way they're gonna get that built nowhere else for that amount.
I'm still trying to figure out how you gonna build it for 97. That's what I'm trying. Maybe I need to do the 30% and get the contract.
Okay. He's like,
Yeah, cause that's a light budget.
And the budget is A1. Like, I'm not cutting no corners on nothing. And I mean, and then they want to build a house in the front the next year. So I was like, we're gonna talk about it. We'll see. But they giving me the hardest time, bro. It's like the husband called me and basically was like, "Oh, you lied about this. The city said this and they told me that." I was like, "Man, look."
City stuff changed down there about me. 4 people sit around and they change stuff.
Yeah.
And they tell the contractors later.
Yeah.
After you fail the
we
changed it.
Yeah, we updated this is a requirement now. You gotta have flashing lights on the smoke detectors now. Well, why come they didn't tell? Well, we telling you right now, you failed. Just go get some flashing.
Even though the house you built next door is still under construction, they just passed it last week.
Wow.
I dealt with that this morning.
Man,
the guy told me we changed. I said, the driveway right there, you passed yesterday. You don't want to pass this.
Yeah, we had a meeting this morning and changed it.
Yeah.
And don't even apologize. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. The cement truck
all
out
right,
here.
call me when you fix it and walk off.
Well, CJ, what about, talk a little bit about challenges. What have been your biggest challenge, or biggest challenges since you've been in the business?
Oh, man. Probably the same challenge that everybody got in America. Money.
Okay.
Money. I'm nearly 100% on. Like, bank financing, that's something that's just pretty much eluded me. Like, going in the bank, sit down, and getting your local bank to finance you 10 houses like your other counterpart who has 20 houses and they're just starting the business a year ago, and you're looking like, wow, okay, you kind of hung up on them 10 houses over a year. I've been ran through it. It's getting banks to back black business. It's just put it out there. That's a hard thing to do. We don't have our own avenues necessarily to go through to go to a bank, and they have the capital to actually lend a small town guy that I'm not a multi-million-dollar outfit like a Ginn Homes or a KB, but it's being able to find not yet. Correct. Not yet, but being able to find somebody that when you early in on, you're 10, 15 years in the business, you have multiple houses, projects you build, you got currently stuff under construction, you go meetings like right now I got about a half a city block, you say? Half a city block under construction. I can bring my local banks out there and they're still on the fence about actually.
They can actually see it.
Right,
they can actually see it.
They can see it. What was really going on was
we left Billy some money and Billy ran off with it, so we can't give it to you today.
Yeah.
And, I've hit a lot of that, and some deals I've been in conversations with a bank probably about 5 years from now. Move all your business finances over here. We watch the accounts, use our closing companies.
They just wanted the money.
All that type of stuff. They just wanted the money. They were up to the end of the deal at the end of the day. So finance.
That was it.
That's
the
the
little
main
dude at Chase, I opened up my account with him at Chase, and once I opened the account, the brother didn't even speak to me when I walked in.
Oh, wow.
I went over to him. I said, his name is James Brown. At the Chase on 1960.
Oh, man.
Forest. I said, James Brown, if I walk in this bank one more time and you don't speak to me, I'm going to take my little thousands and put them in another bank. I said, you got one more time. And I talked to his manager. I said, it doesn't make sense
Right.
But him, like I came into the bank one day, I needed to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting over at his desk, nobody was there. I was like, yeah, can I speak to my banker that opened my account?
Right.
He told me he was busy.
Oh, wow.
I was like, man.
And you know the crazy thing about it,
y'all
Chase
really
has
don't.
tiered services. So according to how much money you got in the bank, you get personalized bankers and all that stuff.
I got one.
So it really is crazy that he didn't speak to you.
I got one.
You bring so much money
was
down
like,
to the
man,
bank,
I was
he's
like-
your banker.
I was like, dude.
Right.
I was like, Wood Forest, they never treated me like that.
Right.
Wood
Start
Forest,
naming names, huh?
they know me by, and
Right.
Wood Forest is one of our strategic partners here.
Okay.
Right.
They know me by, Mr. Johnson, so glad to see you. And not
Right.
just one bank I go in several different banks.
Right, they know
The
you.
branch manager called me, hey, Mr. Johnson, this is Chelsea over at the Pearland location. Do you remember me? Of course I
Right.
remember you,
Yes.
Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, correct.
So, I mean, to be treated like this at an institution, you know, and then to go to one where you asked me to open an account here.
Mhm.
Right,
I
correct.
didn't ask to open an account here. I just used this bank because I opened the account. They asked me to open a business account.
Right.
I had a personal account where I got it because I wanted to use Zelle.
Right.
And it's easier with Chase to Zelle.
Right.
So I was like, man, I opened a business account and just it's been good. Like I don't go in the bank that much no more, but
Right.
I'm, you know, I asked for a different personal banker and they sent me
Mhm.
another guy, so
Mhm.
it worked
Wow.
out. Yeah, Brian's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brian
And I'm the
is
type of person I tell people all the time, man. I go out into a business, man. I want to meet the Johnson. I don't look the door because a lot of small people are doing
Yeah.
a lot of my bidding for me in a lot of
Okay.
places now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I necessarily don't have to, worry about it, whatever. That's even down at the city, the secretaries at, the city that I work in the most, they know me. I can get stuff pushed through, get my permits passed and all that. So you really definitely, being a small business, you have to build relationships, and it's not necessarily with the president of the company.
Right. Right.
You got to, meet the
Yeah.
person that's wiping the glass out in front.
Yeah.
You never know what they can do for you. So.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah.
What are your typical service areas? Would you say?
Galveston County.
Okay.
I'm pretty much exclusive to Galveston County. I do take some Houston projects, but I realize, with Houston, it's kind of getting out of driving range. Location's everything.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to spend the majority of my day in the car
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
checking projects up in
Mhm.
Houston. I can navigate Galveston County pretty easily. I know most of the building inspectors down in the different areas.
And that's always a big plus,
Yeah.
man. I got some building inspectors. Listen, if they come to do an inspection and
They
they
see
know
your
it's
sign, they
707, they look at it. Oh, this 707. Hey, this is such and such. Hey, I'm over here at the house. You forgot 2 straps over here. I'm gonna go ahead and pass you.
Yes,
Put
right.
them straps on and call me when you put them on. I'll swing back by.
Right.
Mhm.
And I call them. I'll be like, all right, I'll put the straps on. All right, no problem. I was like, when you coming back? I'm not.
I'm not. Right.
Yeah. So I mean, I have a good relationship with the inspectors because and even if I've never did anything with them or interacted with them, when they come out for the first time, I meet them, I shake their hand, I talk to them, and I ask them questions.
Right.
And that's what they want. They're there to help you. The inspectors are there to help you. They're not there to fail your project. They're
Right.
not there to give you a hard time. They're there to help you. So
Right.
treat it as such, and don't look at them as they're there to hurt you. Look at them as they're there to help you, and treat them as such, and you will be surprised, the conversations you'll have.
Right.
You'll be surprised the relationships that you'll build, I mean,
And I tell a lot of people, never skip a $75 permit.
I know.
It'll cause you a lot of hassle in the end.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
A lot of folks want to do works without a permit.
Yeah.
They have a contract. I can do that without a permit.
No.
Man, grab that $75, $25 piece of paper.
Yep.
A lot of them to come to do the inspection, especially with, I would say a lot of women. If you necessarily don't know construction work and you have a guy that's coming out to your house, if it's an item that actually needs a permit, use the permit. That's your way to check to make sure the work is correct.
Yep.
Because a lot of times the inspector come in like, nah, that's not correct. You got to do this and that. Versus if you didn't get one, they're closing all that stuff up, putting that pretty tile on it, and a year from now, that leaked and rotted out a half a wall in your house, and you in $50,000 worth of damage because you didn't pay $25 for inspection when you got your tub changed out.
And you see that a lot.
Oh yeah, you see that a lot. I fix a lot of problems behind other contractors, and it's literally because they didn't want to go through the inspection phase. And in Galveston County, windstorming is a very big thing.
Oh yeah.
You want to go through that windstorm inspection because a nice decent wind come through and take all the siding off the side of your house because the guy that shoot it into the studs, he just nailed it.
Yeah. Man, we here on this Let's Talk Business podcast. It got downright personal and intimate sitting up in here. Mr. Beard is here, and he brought somebody with him. I'm just kidding. CJ.
When she get too bad, say, "Oh, girl."
Thank you.
when she made me
Wow.
too bad.
Miss Ebony, it has been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
You kept me on my toes this morning.
was fun.
But once again, I want to thank our presidents and chairman club members, Amico Federal Credit Union, Enlighten Enterprises, Lone Star College, the Linwood Group, Southwest Airlines, our travel partner and chairman club member, and also Quarterly Precision Coatings in supporting our Let's Talk Business podcast. Again, today's guest was the Urban Development Group, CJ Beard and Ebony Beard. They were hanging out with us on this member showcase. Mr. and Mrs. Beard, anything y'all want to leave the people with before we get out of here?
What you want to leave people with, CJ?
1 o'clock today, get out there at the Galveston County Annex Courthouse on Calder Road. They're trying to change the districts for Galveston County for Stephen Holmes. Happy hour over the first glass of water on Mr. Johnson. Make sure we crowd the place. They having a meeting. But that's what I want to leave y'all with. But other than that, man, thank y'all for having us out.
Absolutely.
It was a pleasure.
And we are on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow us at Urban Realty and Urban House Builders.
Okay, perfect.
It has truly been a pleasure having you all here, having you both here today, and finally got you guys on here, and you guys are doing things and making things happen, and we're excited about that, and so we're going to do what we can to assist you with the things that you need as the funding and the financing part of it, and so keep doing what you're doing. You guys are an awesome team, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of you in the future with the upcoming things that you already have in the works that are coming up with them. I'm so excited about the mentorship thing and that. So it has been awesome having you both here today.
Thank you.
Yes. See you next Friday. I'm not going to be here, but Bobby will. November the 19th, 2021. Hey, and look, check this out. We're showcasing small business retailers for the Shop Small Business American Express, November the 27th. That's going to be our Shop Small Business Retailers Showcase. So don't miss that. I think Bobby going to be here next week. I won't be here next week. But Bobby might.
I'll stay off camera.
Bobby might. She coming. She coming.
She'll be here.
But I'm excited about the small business showcase.
Yeah,
you know,
me too. Don't be trying to get off November 19th.
We are we've been selected as small business champions for American Express, neighborhood champions, and so we're excited about that, and we know how huge supporting small business is, and so we're gonna make that thing happen. So go out and buy a house. So make sure you call Ebony, reach out to Ebony,
Absolutely.
Urban Realtor, if you have questions and to talk about the process or how do you get started, and she can help you with that. And then of course CJ, you know, with urban development, and if you're looking to buy and build, if you're looking to build, so make sure you reach out. This is an awesome husband and wife team. I love what they're doing. I love how they have everything structured, you know, Urban Development Group, Urban Realty. I love that. The Beauty and the Builder, that's my favorite one right there. So if you are in the market, if you're looking, if you've inherited some money, if you have some money, that you want to get started, and CJ and Ebony are there to assist you in making that thing happen. So you can find them. Tell us about your website, tell us about phone numbers, how you want to do that, your social media platforms.
So right now we're on Facebook and Instagram, as I stated earlier, Urban Realty Ebony,
Okay.
and
I want to say it again. Say it
Urban
again.
House Builders. Also, you can reach me by phone, 409-692-2501. And then what else we got? Website is full circle urbandevelopmentgroup.com. Yes.
Something is HTS.
All right.
That's my email.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. And one more plug before we get out of here, man. GMT Radio, www.gmtradio.com. This podcast would not be possible without my boy Nice putting us on. He takes care of us. He gets us on the air. He have us looking good, sounding good. You know, he edits out all the crazy stuff like how Ebony was talking earlier.
Make sure you keep that.
But gmtradio.com. Go to your Apple store or your Google Play store. Download the app. Anything you're trying to do, entertainment, movies, videos, podcasts, commercials, Zumba class on video.
Those photo shoots.
Talk show, photo shoots. He does everything. He has a state-of-the-art studio, recording, anything you want to do, videos. He has TV shows. Man, I'm telling you, they call him Nice for a reason.
He's nice with it. He's just nice with it. I like
but
that.
yeah, gmtradio.com. Again, this has been your Let's Talk Business podcast. Your host, Howard Johnson, and Miss Lucretia Holman. Our guest was CJ and Ebony Beard from Urban Development Group. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bobby gonna be here next week.